YouTube? I'm Steven, and guess what? Now it's been 2 whole weeks since I gave you guys a non-Dead and Divine related video. So I was thinking today we could just chill on my bed, take our pants off, and talk about life like we always do. What? I don't wear pants when making my videos, so why would I expect you to wear them when watching them? Also, I made a new intro and snuck it in last week's video without saying anything, so I wanted to know what you guys thought about it. Do you prefer my old intro better? No rhyme intended, but let me know by leaving a comment below. Today's topic was requested by one of my friends who's always promoting my channel to her friends and whatnot, so this is my little way of saying thank you. Now without further ado, I want to talk to you guys about homosexuality. Now this video probably won't be too long because the whole homosexuality thing really isn't that hard to understand. I mean, some dudes like dudes and some girls like girls. That's it. But seriously, there are a lot of people who have a completely incorrect way of thinking about this. And I say incorrect because when someone says there's nothing wrong with homosexuality, it's not an opinion, it's a fact. Our parents passed their morals and beliefs down to us, which is why we still have people who are really ignorant. Unfortunately, a huge percentage of our parents' generation and even our grandparents' generation were raised during a time where people had to hide their sexual orientation even from the police, who were supposed to protect them. Since then, society has smartened up a little bit, but there are still a lot of adults who just can't wrap their head around the idea that some dudes like dudes. I have a relative that is a prime example of this. For some reason he thinks that gays are like a whole different species or race, and I try to tell him that, like, we're all humans, there's blacks, there's whites, there's Asians, there's Hispanics, there's Europeans, like everything. Another thing that really frustrates me is the whole homosexual gene theory. I mean, Lady Gaga says you were born this way, but I'm pretty sure she doesn't mean scientifically and genetically. Some people may realize they're attracted to the same sex really early in their life, whereas other people may still be trying to figure out their sexual orientation in high school and maybe even in college. But I believe that somewhere down the road, our bodies decide what is physically and sexually attractive to us, and there's not much we can do to change that. I think the thing that people don't get is that you don't have to partake in something in order to accept it and know that it's okay. All you have to do is educate yourself and stop being an ignorant, prejudiced homophobe. For example, let's pretend I don't like basketball. I've never played it and I don't plan on playing it because I've already judged that it's stupid and pointless based on what I've seen. I start referring to anyone that plays the sport as a baller and make rude comments about them under my breath that are completely based off my limited knowledge of the sport and the people that play it. Can't you see how wrong this is? Then you, the open-minded and non-judgmental friend, comes by and says, "Steven, hasn't anyone ever told you anything about basketball and why some people enjoy it and others don't?" And then, since you approached me in such a polite manner, I let you educate me on the subject, realizing how ignorant and stupid I was being, and we all live happily ever after. There's one more thing I wanted to touch on before I just repeat the same points over and over again. Back in grade 11, I was in law class and we started talking about homosexual rights, and one person in my class decided to raise their hand and say how they don't think that homosexual couples should be allowed to adopt children. Coincidentally, a few days earlier I had read somewhere online that there was something like 600,000 orphans in North America or something like that. So, I raised my hand and replied with this statistic and added that I think an orphan would rather have 2 same-sex parents than no parents at all. Anyways, I know it's impossible to change everyone's way of thinking, but I hope I altered a few perspectives with this video. To recap, homosexuality is perfectly natural, and that's a fact, not an opinion. And you don't have to be gay to know that there's nothing wrong with it. Love is love, and people in general should really spend more time thinking about their own happiness rather than worrying about other people's lives. If you have any questions or want me to explain anything further, just leave me a comment below. And if you disagree with anything I've said and would like to start a debate that myself and other educated people will definitely crush you in, also feel free to leave a comment below. I kinda have this crazy idea of doing a video with my little sister, but I have no clue what we would talk about, so leave me some suggestions and ideas in the comments. If you still have some time to kill, you can check out 2 of my other vlogs right here and here. And if you missed my super special Cribs video that I posted 3 weeks ago, you can check that out right here. Trust me, if you haven't seen it yet, you're gonna like it. Anyways, I'm Steven, thanks for listening to the crap that comes out of my mouth. Bye!